In this video, we're going to be going over PaperCut MF, an end user experience on Xerox devices. So first things first, most people just want to print. One of the things that PaperCut allows you to do is still do direct print, but also get the ability to have secure print, follow me print, or print anywhere, depending on what you want to call it. So the idea is when I hit Control P, in my printer list, I will have a new printer. In a lot of cases, we call it the print anywhere queue because the idea, again, is that I can print to any machine in the fleet, walk up with my badge or a PIN code, and that job follows me to whatever machine is most convenient to me at that point in time. So I'm going to show that real quick. There's my drop down, Edge Print Anywhere. When I hit print, what you'll notice, you can't see it, but nothing comes out on my copier. Instead, I'm going to remote into the copier, which is what I'm doing right here. And when I remote in, on the Xerox, to the left of the control panel, there'll be a little blue area. That's where you can tap your badge if you're using a badge. Otherwise, if you're using a PIN code, you're going to click the little icon right here that looks like a keyboard, because it is. And you're going to type in your PIN code, which is 919 in my case, or whatever your PIN code is. Your PIN code should have been given to you by IT, either via email. It might be something like your last four, your social, your extension number, or it can be randomly generated. So check with IT as to what your individual PIN code is. So once I log in, I'm going to see any of my jobs that were sent. So I have 5 jobs waiting for me, 31 pages total. I can either print them all now, or I can say, I don't remember sending 5 jobs. I don't remember sending 31 pages. What were those jobs? If I click the print release button, it's going to give me a list, the names of the jobs, as well as the quantity. So in this case, I didn't mean to send 25 copies. Well, I did for demonstration purposes. But if you didn't, you can actually come in here and actually delete the job. The other thing you'll notice is that if your IT folks have put in a cost structure, it will show you how much that color job is going to cost. All these jobs, as you can see, are listed as color. Well, most people don't realize just how much of a difference black and white cost is versus color. But if I click the button right here, it will show you the difference in what you save the organization by printing in black and white. So those hyperlinks that have email addresses or URLs for websites, those blue or red logos in the top of an invoice, those things that don't need to be in color, try to print them in black and white. It will save the organization money. So this will allow you to do that even if you forgot to do it at print time. It'll show you that it's color. And if you want to change it to black and white, you can do that. The other nice thing that PaperCut is doing is it's handling scanning for us, and it's giving us a lot more capabilities around scanning. Things like scan to cloud. So I want to scan to OneDrive, or I want to scan to Google Drive, things of that nature. So based upon what your IT has set up, you might have scan to cloud storage. I have a bunch of different ones here because I have to show all of them. I have scan to folders. So if you still have legacy network folders on a file server, you can do that as well. And of course, scan to email. The nice thing about PaperCut is once I've logged in, when I choose Scan to Me, it's going to pre-populate my email address. I don't have to look through an address book anymore. A couple other features here, the ability to change the subject line and the file name as well. If I wanted to scan a lot of documents, this box is typically unchecked. And the idea here is that if I wanted to scan documents to make one large scan, but they won't all fit in the document feeder, if I check that box, the copier will prompt you for more pages. Some other features in here, if you go to change settings, if you want to change the DPI, if you want to change from single-sided to two-sided, that can all be done under the change settings area. So that's going to be shown right here, DPI. So what resolution or quality are we looking at? If I want to change it from color to black and white, if I want to change it from one-sided to two-sided, etc. So the basic settings changes that you might want to do were inside of that button that said change settings. The last thing we want to show here is, of course, the ability to just simply access the copier. Once you're logged in on the home screen, if you see the Access Device button here, that's going to be the button you're going to click to get to the copier. Now, one thing I didn't cover yet, if you do scan to cloud storage for the first time, if I scan to OneDrive or Google Drive, it's going to ask me to authorize my account to scan. So you're going to get an email that looks very similar to this. So if you get this email, when you get this email, the first time you scan to cloud, make sure you click the authorize button. If you don't do it within 24 hours, you'll have to do it again. So just make sure that when you scan for the first time to cloud storage, you go ahead and do the authorization. It is a one-off authorization. You will not have to do it again for any of the copiers or ever again when you scan to that cloud storage. If you scan to a different cloud storage, you'll have to authorize that one as well. But just know that that's a one-off thing you'll have to do. What that then does in the case of OneDrive is it actually creates a folder inside of the apps folder in OneDrive called Scans for PaperCut MF. That's where those documents will go, and then you can move them wherever you'd like to from there. Hope you enjoyed this overview of PaperCut MF on a Xerox device. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments or reach out to us at papercut@edgeatl.com. Thank you.